everyone, a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabriel. I'm going to be doing a card reading today for Cancer, and this is for the first week of November. So welcome to the month that is recognised as being a month of healing. And I have spoken recently in previous readings and in my daily card readings that we really have been going through a period of time of cleansing and transformation. That's actually really uncomfortable. So a lot of you have probably been finding that things are coming up to the surface, deep emotions to be dealt with. And sometimes that can be a really tricky space of knowing how to do that, how to do it well and what it means for us. So hopefully as we're moving into November, you're going to start to receive some beautiful guidance from the divine to help you through now what's going to be a healing phase for you. So let's dive in, Cancer. It is a general reading, so just take what's going to fit with your particular circumstances. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below. That's always going to give you a better quality read for your particular situation. So we can do that by a number of different ways, either face-to-face or on Zoom or pre-recorded or any of those wonderful options that we have with technology these days. So let me know if that's of interest to you. All right, Cancer, let's get into the reading and see what's coming up for the first week of November. So Cancer, thank you for joining me for your reading for the first week of November. I've pre-shuffled the cards, but let's get into the read and see what's coming up for you for this first week. Thank you, Spirit. So Cancer, it's interesting, there's a combination of energies here of you doing the do, working towards some goals at the moment. I feel like, a little bit of the admin of life that's happening. It requires you to sort of fit in sometimes with others, collaborate. You're coordinating different things in your life at the moment. I don't see it as anything being too deep at the minute, but your time and attention is, and even a little bit scattered is what I'm sensing. You're having trouble sort of getting down into the nitty-gritty at the moment, but you're desiring to. You've got things to get on with in life, but you're feeling like it's just a little bit harder to stay focused at the minute. However, you're doing your best to do that despite any distractions around you. You know that it's sort of a time where you want to do an assessment of what's going on in your life, what you have, and you're trying to gather your thoughts together as to what you need and what your next steps are. And this could be kind of that lingering energy of the clearing out phase that we've all been going through, tidying up and sorting and getting your thoughts together, and just working out what are the next steps in your life, things that you need to attend to. And it could be to do finances, your home, anything to do with the physical aspect of your day-to-day living. And there's also in the mix with all of that, the Six of Cups, which is kind of the energy around that is the desire to connect with family. It's also memories of things of the past, things that you value. There's a little bit of a longing in there, an emotional longing to feel connected with others. You may be thinking about what you'd like to have for the future. So we kind of do that by looking at the past of what's worked well and what you'd like to bring into the future, your future experiences. So there's a little bit of sort of wishful thinking and pondering and wondering, and so it feels like a real moment where you're just reassessing and reevaluating things, gathering your thoughts together. So you may find that you're quite happy to be in your own space at the moment, and just so that you can stay focused. A little bit of that hermit energy is what I'm sort of feeling, and that's perfectly fine. It's a good way to sort of ground yourself and reconnect and get a little bit of clarity around your next steps. So this is the energy I'm sensing for the week, the first week of November. However, you know what? Things are going in the right direction, because the Six of Wands card's here, and it feels like you are ticking the right boxes. Even if you're not seeing progress, there is definitely progress happening for you, and even others are quick to point that out for you. And sometimes we do need that reminder. We need that external reminder, or a friend, or the people who are closest to us may say, hey, great job with what you're doing, I like this, and you go, oh, that's great. You know, it's nice to have that affirmation that we're on the right track and that we're working towards our goals, and hey, it is making a difference, and that's wonderful. So I do see that as, this is often known as the victory card, but that's how I'm sensing it's coming out for you in the first week of November. So it's great affirmation. Keep going, Cancer. Don't feel like you are not making progress. Even the smallest things that we do on a day-to-day basis is progressing you forward. Now we then have, you know, the King of Swords energy, which is you deep in thought, you going a little bit further into the planning stage now and recognizing you need to get some concrete ideas down. And it feels to me like you're planning and you're writing out your goals and you're strategizing and thinking about your next steps. So this feels, the King energy is a more constructive energy where you're actually doing more concrete plans. And if you haven't yet, then it's a good time to start thinking about writing your ideas down, writing your goals down, putting a time plan to it. Do you need to check in with a mentor or go research something to get more information, just to make sure that your plans ahead are specific and they're going to give you more clarity, so you've got a plan going forward. That's the energy I'm picking up here for you, Cancer. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Cancer? You've got pretty significant cards coming up in your reading. Goodness, Cancer, this is quite a momentous time for you. No wonder you are recognizing the importance of planning and strategizing at the moment. You are you're not only just in your mind, and you're also taking action, but the King of Cups has shown up here too, which you know, this is mature energy. King of Swords and King of Cups is a mature energy, and this again is your energy I'm feeling, Cancer. And this is you, I'm feeling like you connecting into your purpose and what it is that you love to do. Now, you love to give, you are generous, and you are very compassionate towards others. And you don't do it in a showy way, but you are very much someone who's able to put yourself in other people's shoes and sort of have a fairly good idea about what the needs are for other people. You're just in this space at the moment and in this energy of being able to see other people's needs and how you may be able to use your skills and talents to serve other people, you know, in a healthy way, So what is it that you can do to contribute to assist other people? And this may be not even just directly, it may be that you have a business or a project or things that you do, you know, on social media where you are giving back to the community. You're looking at the bigger picture here and how you can make a difference, and how what you do is unique to you, and having an impact on a greater audience, let's just say. That's what I'm sensing here. And you're really considering this. If you look at the face or the mood of this king, he really is in deep thought about, how else can I make a positive impact here? What else can I do, contribute? So again, I feel it goes very well with the King of Swords energy, with deep in thought and strategizing. You really are wanting to create successful plans and be the most effective. So I feel that your energy is calm, it's considered, you're kind of withdrawing in order to give yourself that that space to think and feel and just work out a bigger plan, let's just say. Now, I feel like this is all going to be well rewarded for you. We have the Justice card here, which lets us know that the seeds that you've been planting, the work that you've been doing, is going to come to fruition, and balance is going to be restored into your life and bring to you whatever you've been putting out there is now going to come back to you. It's like a big tick in the box, and hooray to you for doing that work, whether it be inner work, whether it be what you've been putting out there to assist others. And part of this energy around the Justice card, I'm also feeling like you're getting clarity around your situation, wherever your focus has been, you are starting to see, that's what that's about. You're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. It's helping you to have a heightened awareness, sort of like wisdom from Spirit is dropping in for you, and you're going, that makes sense to me now. And so from this point of view, you're able to see things that are real. You're able to see the real situation, and that's going to give you clarity and the ability to bring that awareness to your plans now, which is fabulous. We have the Princess of Swords here, and whilst I have felt quite confidently that the King energy and the Justice energy is your energy, I'm going to say, Cancer, the Princess of Swords energy feels like someone else's energy. I feel like this person is coming towards you tentatively, wants to communicate something but doesn't quite know how. The words are not quite there, the ideas are not completely formulated, but the intention is there. So you'll see that the princess is struggling a little bit. She's got her ribbon wrapped around the sword, kind of entangled a little bit, and she can't break free from her clothing and what have you. So she's wanting to, but it's almost like she's got herself a little bit tied up, or a little bit tongue-tied, or still looking to gain clarity, because we know that the swords is all about communication, the way you're thinking about things. And I just feel that this energy is an energy that wants to come towards you to give you some information. And it could very well be something to do with a relationship. We have the Ace of Cups here. Yes, I'm just getting another scenario here dropping in as well. So I'll just go with the first one. The Ace of Cups is is often referred to as love stepping into your life, that love energy, and that overflowing abundance of everything just working out in your favor, and you feeling truly emotionally fulfilled. And this has come at a time where you are now dropping into your purpose, and you're really seeing things for what they are. We've got the moon shining over this cup here, and you are having massive realizations. It's a flood of emotions, and sometimes that can be overwhelming. So I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. This energy here, if it's not someone coming towards you, it could also you be trying to get some clarity around your own thoughts at the moment. Because when I link it to the Ace of Cups, I'm very aware of the fact that a lot of people are feeling quite overwhelmed by their emotions that are coming up at the moment to be addressed, basically. That's why our emotions come to the surface, to address situations that are not resolved. And it could be poor communication, things that you've done in the past. It could be wounds that are still there. Now, doesn't have to be negative. They could be lots of really positive, happy emotions where everything is just coming all at once, and you go, oh my goodness, like, I just don't believe all of this is happening. But in any case, I do get the sense it's for a better purpose. It's a good thing that this is happening. Whether it feels overwhelming or not, it's going to have a good outcome here. So Cancer, you are deep in your emotions. We know that you're a water sign anyway, so quite appropriate here. You are having a lot of aha moments and reflecting on things. So if possible, if you are feeling overwhelmed by it all, do try to go with the flow here and know that eventually it's going to pass, but it is for a good reason this is happening. It's bringing to your attention things that you need to maybe do differently. Maybe you need to heal. What do you need to do to heal different things? What do you understand from the things that are coming to your awareness at the moment? either way, it's got a massive cleansing effect for you, and it is going to benefit you definitely, for sure, the whole process. So try to go with the flow if possible, and ground your energy, ground yourself, Cancer, by spending quiet time, which you are doing anyway, which is fabulous. So this quiet time helps you to manage what's coming up for you in the best way possible. And I just also want to add to this that quite often when we are feeling a flood of emotions, we can have a tendency to be a little bit scared by our own emotions. It frightens us off like there's something wrong with us. Not at all. It's just a process you're going through. And also you may be more sensitive towards other people at this time. So just keep your emotions in check if possible, and try not to make any snap decisions while you're feeling the depth of your emotions. Waiting for a moment to calm down is a really good thing to do. All right, thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Cancer in the first week of November? Yeah, because all of this is preparing you for a new cycle in your life for sure. Okay, here we go. So we've got the rebirth card and we've got the wheel card. So we know that things are in motion. The old cycle is closing off, and Cancer, you are getting ready for a new chapter in your life. So, the lady in the picture here is almost close to that circle. There's been a lot of shifting sand. She's standing on sands at the beach here. Things have been shifting, changing, moving. It is a little uncertain, but for sure, what you can be guaranteed is that there is movement happening here, and you are about to start a new chapter in your life. The rebirth card lets us know that you're going through a transformation, and as you come out of this, what feels sometimes emotionally overwhelming, as you come out of this, you're recognizing that you feel like a new version of you. You feel like a child again insofar as it's a clean blank slate and you're ready to start afresh. And you're going to have success with this. Things are just going to progressively get better and better for you. Part of this new stage is sort of planning and working out what it is that you need. And we sense that at the very beginning of the reading. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups here. And this is you sort of having a check of your resources, your finances. What do you need? Putting some things aside for a rainy day, maybe to anticipate bills or things that you may need. So, in the lean times, you're doing what you can to put some money aside to cover your expenses. So it's preparation. And the Seven of Cups is kind of a similar thing, but it's more to do with your recognizing you've got choices around, sometimes it's choices around love, relationships, what's going to emotionally fulfill you. You may be looking at, well, if I want to change career options, what's going to best align with the person that I am and make me feel really, really good and connected to my purpose. Whatever the case is, you are feeling emotionally affected by having to make some decisions and some choices. And so you're in this pondering mood and wondering, what is the best thing to do. So yeah, I do feel that even though you know that you want to sort of have a plan in place, at the moment it's I can see that there's a balance here, or a weighing up between the head and the heart that's going on here, the head and the emotions. And it's probably just, if you can be mindful that this is going on for you, you're going to be having some days where you feel all in your emotions, and other days where you feel like you've got clarity and you have the ability to write out your goals and think of the bigger picture. So I guess if you're knowing that ahead of time, Cancer, then you can be a little bit easier on yourself. And on those days where you're feeling more in your emotions, it may be a day where you just take your hands off the wheel and have a slower day. But all of this is in preparation for this new phase of you're growing, you're transforming, you're having new awarenesses, and this is part of the process for this kind of new chapter and this new version of you. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Cancer at this time? I'm struggling with the cards today. Yeah, we've got the Truth card that's popped out here. Interesting. With all of this stuff that's coming up and what you're going through in terms of clearing out and reflecting on things, it is causing us to face our inner truth. And in order to do, as we face our inner truth, it's poking us and prodding us to pay attention to things that perhaps we might have been in denial about or not done very well in the past. And we really kind of need to reassess, well, is that a good way to think about things? Is my behaviour, is it in alignment with the person that I want to be? What things need to be changed in my life? What things do I need to let go? This is what I'm sensing from the Truth card. So you are going through a period of spiritual awakening here, Cancer. So as this is happening, and as you are having awarenesses, you're gaining more clarity all of the time, and you're starting to see things from a bigger picture point of view, instead of life just being all about you. And I'm speaking generally, of course. We can sometimes go through life and just have blinkers on because we're doing the same thing every day, and we forget to we forget to step back sometimes and be the observer and see the bigger picture of our life. But you are doing this at the minute. For some reason, things are getting your attention, or the universe is prodding you in a way to say, hey, wake up, you need to check in with this aspect in your life and do something about this. So a lot of these things that are happening in that minute are provoking you to have soul lessons and to face things that need to be improved in your life. So I guess the question is, for you personally, is what are those things? What's the self-evaluation? What things are you coming up with that you need to address, that you need to understand? Maybe you may need a little bit of help to get clarity around that. But it is very much an opportunity, as you're starting to have self-awarenesses, to forgive yourself for things, to accept all of who you are and what has been, and to then make adjustments, to make amendments. And that's part of the healing process as well, as we're heading into November. So it's really wise to embrace this process, because you want to become a balanced person. You want to know that you are growing in terms of your wisdom and spiritual maturity. That brings you happiness. That brings a sense of fulfillment in your life. So the Truth card, it is reminding you that there's significant change happening in a particular area of your life at the moment, not necessarily all areas. So pause. Don't make hasty decisions. Allow the time to unfold. Give yourself the month. Just say to yourself, well, I don't have to make a decision today. I don't have to make a decision even by the end of the week. Go through this process. It takes time when we go through personal transformation. So just, slow the pace down before you make big decisions that are going to affect your life considerably. Because whatever you do now, whatever you decide now, is going to have far-reaching consequences for you, Cancer, into the future, more than you're going to realise right now. Now, as you're going through this as well, Spirit is saying that it's a really smart thing to do, if you can, engage with your spiritual guides, the divine, God, your angels, and ask them for guidance, ask them for help, ask them to help you with the clarity of what you need to know, what you need to understand about yourself, and ask them to help you to face your truth and to be honest with yourself, so that you can then grow and improve your relationships with others and manifest good things in your life. So in the traditional tarot, this is known as the Judgment card. So I'm sensing it's more about self-judgment here, how you are seeing yourself, how you are evaluating your own progress in terms of your growth and what you're doing about it. So it is a marvellous opportunity right now, perfect timing with everything that's going on. So thank you, Spirit. Let's have a look at a couple of cards from the Angel Tarot deck to see what else Cancer Spirit is wanting you to be aware of at this time for the first week of November. Ace of Air. Fantastic. This is all about brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation. Great. So With the Ace of Air card, it's a beginning energy. It's you feeling inspired. It's you getting ideas, and then recognizing that this is an opportunity for you to now act on these ideas. It's helping you to. The Ace of Air is also about, getting clarity and receiving information that helps clear something up for you, so that you now understand it in a better way. With that in mind, we also know that beginning phases are a little bit challenging. It takes us out of our comfort zone, because sometimes, with a new beginning, as we know that you are stepping into a new cycle, it can feel challenging. And it's usually just because it's unfamiliar and it's new space. But if you can just go with it, Cancer, you don't really have a choice, really. it's happening anyway. But at least you can understand why you may be feeling a little apprehensive, but keep going with it. It's really positive energy. Use those bright ideas to formulate something as part of your plan going forward. Sometimes we need to talk about it, write it out, share it with a friend for it to start to make more sense. 3 of Earth, power of creativity, recognition for high quality work, and you being a team player. This is also the same as 3 of Pentacles, which came up here. So that's the 3 of Earth card here. Great, beautiful creative energy, and works well with the new ideas that are coming through for you. I also feel that there are other people in the mix that are noticing what you're doing and giving you sort of that affirmation. Good on you, you're doing a great job. As I also felt, in the 6 of Wands card. So you've got, your, what am I going to call it? The A team, those people who get you, love what you do, and giving you feedback around what it is that you're doing. And you've got that sense of that, you're here for the collective, you're here to make a difference for others. And you're happy to work things out with other people. So it is very much a collaborative energy, collaborative focus, feeling inspired to create and do and share. Good energy for new beginnings, Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? There's something else that needs to come out. Okay. So 5 of Earth, it's kind of a lot. This is coming up a lot for people at the moment. There's a little bit of fear around money, not having enough to do what you need to do as you're going through these changes at the moment. So this is the 5 of Earth, which is the same as 5 of Pentacles. It's great to be able to accept help from others. It's also, don't be too much in your pride if you need to ask for some extra help. So I do feel that this energy is around you at the moment. What do you do about it? You do the best. You do the best you can. It's a transition phase, but certainly get your admin done and get out there and ask for help if that's what you need to do. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. So I'd like to pull a card from the Wisdom of Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit. Is there something else? I just feel like there's something else that needs to come out for you, Cancer. What else does Cancer need to know at this time? The focus is very much on just you leaving one cycle and starting something new and getting clarity around that at the minute. Changes in the wind. Now, yes, and that's all about, this is what your reading is all about, is the change, what you're going through, what it feels like to go through that change and how to manage the change. In this card too, in particular, I always get this sense that Spirit is saying, it feels like a 180, like things are massively, when I say massively, the old world is left, and so therefore your view of the new world and what you're doing is going to be in another direction. What's really important as part of this change is that you are staying focused on being your unique self. I always feel that the zebra is a beautiful reminder that you are being unique, and so this new direction is going to take you towards your uniqueness, what you do that is unique to you. Yeah, and anyway, the process, the change here is feeling fresh. It's about being patient with the timing as well. There's a lot of, it's interesting, again, in this card, a lot of stormy clouds. And boy, that has been such a big feature in so many of my readings this past week and in my real life as well. So the stormy clouds, the message there is you've got to go through the storm. You just got to go through the storm. It will pass. But as you go through the storm, you're learning a lot about yourself. You're having a lot of awarenesses. And as I was saying before, a lot of aha moments is coming in for you. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So, as I was saying, with the storms that are happening around you, it can feel uncertain. It can make you feel a little bit overwhelmed, a little wobbly on your feet, a little bit here, there, and everywhere, which is what I was sensing at the beginning here. But just know that that's going to pass. That feeling is going to pass. We all love to have certainty, and we can have a tendency to want to resist change, but please don't. This is all going to bring you to a far better place when all of this passes. We do know that change in life is guaranteed, and so many of us are going through that big change now, but this is about your personal transformation. And so even though your outer world is changing, your inner world is changing as well, and we want to bring this into alignment with everything. So, you know, job, career, physical world, whatever's going on for you, that needs to now be in alignment with your heart, your purpose, the unique you. So yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable as you're going through that, but stay on the course. Don't give up. The storms are going to clear, and things are going to be better ahead of time for you. Things are going to get very interesting. This is a positive sign. For sure. Okay, so be more curious about the journey and what's coming up for you, and want to learn by the experience. Learn about your own transformation. Don't be as fixated on having the answers, but rather understanding the process that you're going through and understanding yourself more clearly is going to ensure that your future is a wiser, stronger future with a firmer foundation. We've got to have the firm foundation in ourselves before we can expect a firm foundation in our outer world. Now, in terms of relationships at the moment, you may find that you're a little bit out of sync with your special person or your partner, and sometimes stormy emotions are going to be thrown in the mix, and it can create difficulties with communications. So, you know, sometimes this can cause people to have a change of heart, and it may mean that there's opportunities for mutual growth between you and your special person. But this is all about helping you to better understand yourself. It's not about the other person. It's about you and your transformation and getting to know what's going to make you truly happy. So when all of this stormy stuff is happening and the overwhelming of emotions start to well up within you, take a break, go sleep, go for a rest, go for a quiet walk. Just remove yourself from anything that's too intense so that you don't end up making snap decisions or poor judgment around things. So yeah, that's big message for everybody this week. Prosperity message. There may be some unexpected reversals happening at the moment. Things are still being worked out. It'll be feeling like one step forward, two steps back sometimes. That's okay. It's only temporary, nothing to fear. It just may mean that you may need to just change your direction or your choices. It may also give you an opportunity to realise that what you thought was going to be okay needs to be readjusted. So that's a good opportunity for you to do that. Yeah. And just make sure that you're very, very clear about what you want and where you're going before you make the decision around things. Not everything is within your control right now, so sometimes it's good to wait it out. If you don't have certainty around something, you don't feel confident with regards to a business deal, a transaction, a decision, well then just pause. You know, just wait until you do get that clarity. Just you don't need to make the decision straight away. Eventually things are going to work out. They are going to work out better in the end, so you just need to trust that for now, Cancer. Well, Cancer, I think that is an excellent reading for the first week of November, so I'm going to leave it at that. Cancer, what a great reading. Things are shifting and changing. I feel like the message was very clear for your first week in November. So I'm going to wish you well. Watch the video again if you need to, just to be reminded. If you have enjoyed the video and it's resonated for you, please give it a thumbs up. I always enjoy people leaving comments as well, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And yeah, you know how to reach me. My details are in the description box below. Please subscribe to my channel, share it with other people, Living with Spice, and anything else that you need to know is on my website, livingwithspice.com. All right, take care, Cancer. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.